Now, something I find really funny about these big blue crabs, look at his face. He's like, grrr. All these crabs, they always look angry. It's kind of funny. Hey guys, I'm Zachary Gray, and today we're going to be throwing this crab trap out and catching some blue crabs. Now, if you live where blue crabs live, you've probably heard of them. They're pretty common, and normally you'll see them at seafood markets. But they're a really cool crab, and we want to try to get the biggest one possible to show you guys. How this trap works, we got bait in the center, and they got these little slits right here that the crabs will go into, and they just can't figure out how to get out. So we're going to throw this out right now and see what we get. All right, now we wait. All right, what we got? What? There's nothing. Maybe I need to wait a little bit longer than 10 seconds. Oh well. All right, we've waited a little bit longer now, so there should be something in this trap. There should be something. Oh, I see a couple of them. Yep, we got some. Look at that. Oh my goodness, look at them. Got a couple of big ones. We got one, two, we got 4 in here. Oh, that's awesome, and one of them's huge. All right, I'm gonna get this little one out right here. There we go. All right, that is our little blue crab. Look at him. Now you can see why they call them blue crabs. If I can get his claw out here. They have bright blue claws. That is really cool, and they have orange and purple tipped claws. Now you may be wondering, is there any problems to having this animal out of the water? Because they do live in the water. These guys do have gills, but as long as their gills are moist, then they'll be fine. You'll actually maybe see them today blowing some bubbles, and that's them keeping their gills oxygenated and moist. And they can probably stay out of the water for about 24 hours. So I'm good having him out the water for an easy 5 minutes. That'll be very easy for this little crab to handle. Now you can see they have this hard top shell here. These guys are crustaceans, and they're also going to have this hard exoskeleton, and that's really good for protecting them. They've got all these spikes all along them, and it's very cool. And they're going to have 10 legs. 3 of them on each side are going to be these normal little walking legs, but if you see in the front here, the front 2 are these little pincers, which can give a really hard pinch, and then these back ones are for swimming. Normally these are their #1 swimming flippers, and they'll flip along in the water. A lot of times you'll see these guys at night right on top of the water hunting for little fish and stuff. Now these guys will give a hard pinch. They've got all these little serrated teeth, but these claws aren't meant for defense. They're meant for going up and grabbing prey and pulling it to their mouth. See his little mouth right there? They'll pull food to their mouth and just put it in a little piece at a time. That's what those claws are for. And in actual fact, these claws can grow back. They can regenerate. Oftentimes they'll lose their claws to a predator or another crab, and then they'll just regrow over time. Something really good about these crabs is their claws will regrow. So if you see one with only 1 claw, it will be okay, and it will regrow its other claw. And I catch blue crabs all the time. They're pretty common down here. And you oftentimes see these guys at seafood markets. They're a big part of seafood industry, and they're very common. So something very cool about these blue crabs is they're just pretty much everywhere down here. So if you're ever in an area where they live, you'll definitely see them on the coasts. All right, well this is a very cool little crab, but this is actually a much smaller one than what we want. The big one is right in here. I just wanted to show you guys this little one because of all those colors and all the blue on him. But we're gonna put this little guy back. We're gonna let them go all at the end. But this one is the one I wanna show you guys, this big one right here. So we're gonna get him out real quick. All right, here he is. There we go. That is a giant blue crab, and he is not happy with being caught. And he's pretty tired with trying to get out of that trap right now. He's not doing too much. But look at that. Look at those huge claws. Now this big crab is a lot duller color because it's a much older, bigger crab, spent a lot more time out in the water. I can tell that this is a big male blue crab, and the way you can tell that is the underneath side. See this, how it's narrow right here? On a female blue crab, it'll be wide, it'll be big and round. So the underneath shapes are all different. That's how you can tell a male from a female with these blue crabs. And there's another way to tell with the claws, but that's a much more complicated way. The easiest way is to flip them over and look at that. If it has this, it's a male, and if it has that rounded pattern, then it is a female. Now, something I find really funny about these big blue crabs, look at his face. He's like, grr. All these crabs, they always look angry. It's kind of funny. Now, something really cool about blue crabs is how they grow. They actually have to shed their shell every once in a while, and what happens when they do that is they break out of this hard shell and they have a new soft layer of shell that hasn't even hardened yet underneath that. And when they come out of that, they're called a soft shell crab. So it's a very vulnerable state of their life, but that is actually how they grow, which is something really cool about these little crabs. Now, I've had some pretty bad experiences getting bit by these blue crabs, them chomping down on me with these big old pincers, but I have actually never had any kind of broken bones or anything, but they will definitely pierce skin. I'm sure lots of you guys have actually been pinched by blue crabs before if you've ever handled one or lived where they live. So let me know in the comments, how bad was it when you got bit by a blue crab, if you did get bit by one. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you did enjoy, definitely leave a like, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, let's get these guys back in the water. Swim off against it quickly.